All right, so I'm not going to go over the solution to that because I basically did that in the previous video. But now we're going to go to setting up your Go workspace and environment. And if you're just tuning in, you could get to these notes right there. So pause the video and go there. And so right now we are down here at the end. And we're going to set up your Go workspace and environment. And so Go is particular. And it's particular so that, again, you can work well in a collaborative environment with other developers easily. And one of the things we need is a workspace, a Go workspace. And you're just going to create one. And you could call it anything you like. But I like using the name Go workspace, and that's going to be a folder, right? And then inside that folder, we are going to have 3 folders. And one folder is going to be source, one folder is going to be package, and one folder is going to be bin. Source will hold source code. I guess they are actually in this order in your folder structure. I did that completely backwards. Nin, now that's going to be bin. And this will be package, and then source. They'll be in that order. Doesn't matter. You create them however, but that's how they'll show up. Bin's going to hold binary executables that you have created and installed using the go install command. And package will hold crap. I hate the way this does capitalization of every time you hit return or tab. Package will hold pre-compiled I really dislike that capitalization. Pre-compiled packages, and they will have a .a extension, as in archive. And that's just the way I think of it. I don't know if that's official terminology, so I could be a little bit more precise there and figure that out. And then source will have source code. Okay? And so this will be source code for everybody. And so usually an example folder structure will be like github.com/github username /repo name. And so what this allows is I could use, go get, which is another go command. So we're starting to see the word go. And we'll be able to use those commands at the terminal. And those commands will allow us to do different things. And so like go get allows us to go get somebody's package. And, path to package on internet, right, that you'll put in there. And go install, will be whatever X file you're working on. So package management, go get, and then that will take that code and it'll install it in your Go workspace, in source, under their, like if they're GitHub, their GitHub thing, their username, and their repo name. So it's a lot better and easier, I think, than NPM, node package management. It's in our package management I think of where you go get packages, which has all kinds of issues that I haven't really worked with a lot, but that I've heard about. And I've heard people who like learn this, and they come from NPM, and they're like, holy cow, that's so awesome, and they get excited. So that's about all I can say about NPM versus this. But it allows you to do package management easily, having this convention of Go workspace with 3 folders. And it also allows namespacing, which also is package management. So namespacing means it's just a way that we could keep code in different places and not have it conflict with each other. Then we're going to set some environment variables. And environment variables are just variables inside your computer that your computer uses to run stuff. And so one of them is going to be go root, and that will point to your SDK. And go path will point to your workspace. And then it's also a good idea to set one for the bin folder. So, set a path variable to the following, and you can set one to the Go workspace bin, right? And so that will run executables. So let's take a look at that. And so here in my computer, I go to Documents, and I have a folder called Go Workspace. And inside that folder, I have 3 folders: bin, package, and source. Right? And so those are the 3 folders I create. And I create this folder, and then I create these 3 folders in it. That's step 1. So just watch here for a second, and you can do it in a minute. And then step 2, after I've done that, and I'm just going to highlight that because this is all you have to create. Like that. And then step 2 is we need to make sure that our environment variables are correctly set. And so I'm going to go to my terminal, and I'm going to type in env. And so env is going to show me environment variables. So I'm going to add that to our list of terminal commands. I'm going to come here and type env. Dang it. And shows environment variables. And so you can see some of the different environment variables here. And I forgot one important thing. Install Go. And so to install Go, install Golang. Right? We just go to golang.org. I'm going to go to golang.org. And here we download Go. And then we just choose whichever, Mac, Windows, Mac, Linux. And there's a download right here, and then there's a SHA-256 if you're sophisticated enough that you want to check to make sure what was sent is what's received. You could run the hash on what you've downloaded to make sure that you get the same thing, and that confirms that what was intended to be delivered is what is actually delivered. So you just download that, install it, and that's really straightforward. So that's the first step. And I'll just put the URL there to help you. There we go. And then the Go workspace, you're going to just create one, and then I'm going to do this, create these folders, right? And so I'm just going to add that over there. And those are the folders you create. You can call the top folder anything, but I like Go workspace. The other ones have to be called bin, package, source. Okay? So I've installed it, and then I have my Go workspace and my 3 folders. And then in here I have my environment variables. Once Go is installed, I can start using Go commands. And so Go env will show me just my Go environment variables. I was going to say call me a liar because it totally hesitated. But there they are. There are my Go environment variables, and there's Go path. Go root should automatically be pointed to where Go is installed. On Windows, it'll be right on your C drive. It'll be C:\Go. But on Mac, it is right here. User local. Right, there it is on Mac, user local Go. So that's what got installed when I said, hey, install Go, and I downloaded it. And so my Go root is pointing right there. So now all I need to do is configure my Go path to point towards my workspace. So the first thing I need to know is what is the path to that workspace where I created it. This is the folder I created. I could have called that anything. I chose to call it Go workspace. And so that path, I have to figure that out. So on a Mac, I would say, cd, now I'm in my root, and then I change into documents, and then inside documents, I could say what's there, and I could say, hey, I want to go into my Go workspace, right? And then I could print working directory, and there's that path, and I could copy that path, Command C on Mac, and then I could do a Go env, right? And I could see, okay, there's that path. Now I need to set this. For most people on a Mac, you will do this by going to documents, and that just means take me home. CD will take me to my root, and at my root, I can then go back into documents because I'm at just my root, and CD into documents. And now in here, LSLA, there's a file called, no there isn't, it's just in my root. So I'm going to now do an LSLA in my root, and there's a file called bash profile. And if there's not, you can create it. So this is on Mac, and to create it, I'm going to do nano.bash profile. And if it's not there, it'll create it. If it is there, you could see what code's there. My code actually says go to bash rc, and it's just a slightly different way that you can do it. But here inside bash rc, I have for Go programming environment variables. So I have my Go root, which is pointing to where it should be pointed, right, where that was installed. I have my Go path, which is pointing to my home directory, documents, the Go workspace. And then I also have a path, my path variable, I append to it, home, documents, Go workspace, bin. And then the rest of my path variables, right? So those codes right there, like if you're watching this video, you just want to pause this video. I'm going to take all of that, copy it, and I'm going to bring it over to our notes. And right here, I'm going to do setting environment variables, Mac, and the first step at terminal, cd, there we go. Yeah, how do you fix it?
Preferences. Turn off automatic.
Where is it? Automatic capitalized word. Thank you. All right, at terminal, cd, and that takes you into your root. And then once you're at your root, do nano.bash profile, and it's either going to create it or open it. Yay! Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just found that.
And then I'm going to drop in this stuff in there. So that's going to be what I drop in. And I'll put all that stuff in there, and that creates, you know, everything pointing. And this has to be the name of your folder, so just use the same name as me. And then once all of that is in there, it'll ask, control plus X, and that allows me to exit Nano. And then it'll ask you to save, right? Saves to file. And then restart terminal. So just close terminal and restart terminal. And you can see the environment variables. So it's been restarted. See environment variables. Type in go env again, and it'll show you your environment variables. And you should now see your Go path and your Go root set to it. And you can also type in echo $path. And echo $path will show you that one path variable. So I'm going to exit and echo. Can I do lowercase? $path. Sweet. I always thought that had to be capital. I don't know why. Echo $path. And you can see here now I have users go workspace bin. And I also have user local go bin. So I'm going to put that in for whatever reason so that, let me just add that in. And copy this. I don't know why that needs to be there, but maybe it does. So it's in mine, so maybe it'll help you with yours. So user local go bin path. So add that to your path variable. So environment variables are kind of like, you know, when I look at my environment variables, like my path variable, and I say, hey, go run this Go program, right? Run this Go executable or whatever. My computer comes to this location on the path, says, do you know how to run Go executables? No, I know how to do App Engine, sorry. Okay. Do you know how to do Go executables? No, I know about the Google Cloud, sorry. Do you know how to do Go executables? No, man, I'm all about seller package config. Okay, whatever that is. Do you know how to do Go variables? Android here, baby, sorry. Finally it gets down here and it's like, do you know how to do Go variables? Yes, I know how to do Go variables. Let me help you. Or Go executables, let me help you, right? All right, cool. So that's kind of what environment variables do. Right? When you tell your computer to do something, it looks down those pathways to figure out how to do it. So that's configuring your environment to work well with Go. Let's all go ahead and get our environment install Go. That's step one. So let me just highlight that. Install Go. Okay, step one, and then set environment variables on the Mac. Crap, I got to tell you how to do it on Windows. Set environment variables on the Mac, and then finally set environment variables on Windows. And so on Windows, you're going to right-click your computer, usually in Windows Explorer, and choose Properties. And then inside there, you're going to choose like System Properties, and then like Advanced Properties, and then like Environment Variables. And who has a Windows machine they could bring up here? Bring it on up. Let me see it, because I don't know if I'm saying this stuff right. I don't want to get it in right. So even though in the video you're not able to see what I'm doing on Windows, I'm now on a Windows machine, and I'm just going to Windows Explorer. I'm opening Windows Explorer, and then I right-click on this PC, which is the name on this one, and I choose Properties. And so let me just change this, right-click this PC, and let me put in Windows Explorer, right-click this PC and choose Properties, and then Advanced System Settings, and that needs to be Advanced System Settings. And it's asking for the passwords. I'm gonna have Tony here type in the password, and that password is no, I'm just kidding. And then in there's a link for environment variables, so I'm going to click that. And then that gives me to the environment variables. And in there, you want to choose to set them under system variables. You want to choose, so we have Go root, it's already in there after the install. So we'll choose new. And then the name of that will be Go path. So the name is Go path, and the value is path to your Go workspace. And then we need to also, under system variables, once we've done that, one is we will find path, we'll scroll to path, and we'll choose edit. Oh, that's old school. There's a new version of that which is so much easier. That's a bummer. And under system variables, choose path, edit, and then in there you're going to copy the string, the text, in the, depending upon your system. I'm just going to put add path variable for, and the path variables we're going to want to add are like these. And they're going to be slightly different than on Mac, so I have to change this. And they will be just, on a Mac, you just add C:\\\, folders to your, and then \, Go workspace, \bin, semicolon, and then this one is going to be the same for the next one, and it'll be it'll be C:\, Go, I think it's capital in Windows. and then just bin. And so that's what you'll add. You'll just put that, depending on your system, it'll look like either one big long string, or it'll have, if you're lucky, it's a newer system with just lines, and you just add those 2 lines. And yeah, C, go bin, you already got it. Woo! So it's automatically been put in there. So if it's already in there, you don't need to add it again.
Navigate to the folder that you want the address for, and then click the little folder icon in the address bar, and it'll show you, it'll give you something you can copy and just plug right into the path.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that's how you set environment variables on Windows and Mac.
Someone just deleted all the map commands.
Isn't that cool?
Somebody controls the undo.
There's a, I think there's a history view.
That means you're going to lose everything you just typed up.
Maybe just everyone do one undo.
So everybody hit Control Z on your keyboard. Just for a second. In this document. If you're just in this document, there we go. Yeah. There's also a history thing here somewhere. Editing, viewing, edit document directly, suggesting, viewing, and I don't know, somewhere.